Hello, my friends. It's been a while since I've done StreamYard. That countdown made me a little bit nervous. That's a little bit nerve-wracking, that countdown. Okay, so Andrew's not here. I don't know where Andrew is. But this needs to happen. This vigil needs to happen. There's a lot going on, obviously. There's a lot going on. So I mean, I'm sure everybody has heard by now that UK Home Secretary Priti Patel has signed off on the extradition for Julian Assange. No surprise, right? Everybody was expecting it. It still fucking sucks. Like, it still sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's still just really depressing. But that's where we are. Home Secretary Priti Patel has signed off on the extradition. So there are things happening, I guess. They are going to appeal this decision, obviously. I think they have 2 weeks to do that. And then also they're going to start to appeal. And this is, I mean, if you want to try to find a silver lining, here it is. They are going to now be able to go back and appeal based on the press freedom aspects of the case. So, like, for the last year and a half, this has been almost singularly focused on Julian Assange's mental health and the oppression he would suffer in the UK or in the US prison system. So that's really the entire conversation has been surrounding Julian Assange's mental well-being over the past year and a half, which, I mean, obviously it's a conversation that needs to happen. But because that's been going on, I guess the defense team wasn't able to also appeal on the other aspects of the case, because in January of 2020, COVID time's weird. The extradition, the ruling against extradition on January 4th. When that happened, I forget what I was even talking about. Shit. This is why I hate doing the show alone. My ADD makes me a little bit hard to keep track of myself. But yes, so when the extradition was announced, when the extradition was announced, they appealed. She ruled against Julian Assange on everything except for the mental health piece. So on literally all of the press freedom stuff, she ruled in favor of the United States. But because I think now in hindsight that was done intentionally, because they ruled against it on the mental health grounds. The United States was obviously going to appeal that, and so now for the past year and a half, that's been the conversation. So they've managed to drag it out for a really long time, and now this process, this new appeal process, will also take for fucking ever. And meanwhile, this guy is in a supermax prison for just telling the truth. I mean, if we're being just straight up about it, he just told the truth. Like, that's it. I was talking about it with somebody today, and he was given information in the public interest and published it. And it was like a massive effort to come after this guy. The amount of, I think this is when I was talking to Indy maybe, but the amount of money spent, or maybe it was Halo, but the amount of money spent over the past 12 years surveilling and smearing and spying on and plotting against this one dude, it's nuts. I think in the article that we read earlier, it's like 314 pounds in the UK was spent, which it's like 453,100,000, and I think that's what it is in dollars. But anyways, a lot of fucking money was spent just from the beginning of the extradition until I think the article was written in like maybe September of 2021. And it was a shit ton of money. And that's not including all of the money and resources that was spent in the 7 years he was in the Ecuadorian embassy. That was the most surveilled building on planet Earth during that time. No question about it. That was the most surveilled building. They spent so much money. They even bragged about it, that like everybody within a 5-block radius was basically a spook. Like even the guy sweeping the street was working for intelligence. And that's nuts. And then the surveillance operation that went on, and all of the microphones and cameras and constant cloning of people's electronic devices when they came to visit, and all the shit that they did. It is really just kind of nuts. Okay, there is a lot going on though. Holy shit. Okay, let's start with UC Global, because that case is ongoing in Spain. And the former CIA director, Mike Pompeo, was recently summoned to give testimony in that court about surrounding the allegations that were made in the Yahoo News article from September of 2021. The one that, quotes 30 plus named and unnamed sources from former or inside intelligence. And they, that's the spying case. Like, they were basically co-opted by the United States and the CIA, allegedly funded by Sheldon Adelson. It sounds crazy when you say it out loud. It's like a bad spy movie, but yeah, potentially funded by Sheldon Adelson, allegedly. And they were spying on a journalist and all of his visitors. It went so far as to like steal their kid's diaper, trying to get DNA so that they could discover whether or not it was Julian Assange's kid. Like, just some weird shit. There's been a lot of effort put into destroying Julian Assange on every level. The smear campaign has been just really effective. We were talking earlier, and I can't tell you the number of times. Gordon said this. Gordon Dimmick. He'll be talking to somebody, and you'll start to talk to them about Assange, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like that guy," and you're like, "Why?" And they're like, "I don't know." You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, he's kind of an asshole, right? Or people just they've been kind of pre-programmed because of the mainstream media coverage is very sparse. And when they do cover it, it's very like clickbaity, like the stuff, he smears poop on the walls and he doesn't take care of his cats. Like, that's the shit that mainstream media covers. Not like, hey, this is a major threat to press freedom and is going to change the future of national security journalism and free speech moving forward. I mean, they don't cover it that way. They cover it about like the weird TMZ aspect of the smear campaign. Yeah, and so people like they just don't. They know that they don't like him, but they don't know why. Most people don't know what he did or what he didn't do. There's a lot of misconceptions. Not to say that he's perfect. Like, Julian Assange is not perfect, and he's like, But come on, 100% record of accuracy. To me, that's pretty fucking impressive. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty impressive. And the idea that he gives us, that WikiLeaks gives us, 100% verifiable and authenticated source documentation, like that's perfection. That's not opinion. There's no conjecture. It's not. There's no. It is just hard, fast facts, like black and white. Here it is. You read this and figure it out for yourself. So I think that's really important. But the UC Global case is ongoing. Mike Pompeo has been summoned. He will probably not testify because the US and the UK have been doing everything that they can, obviously, to sabotage and delay and all of that stuff, that case. There are multiple countries involved in that operation. Everybody's been cooperative except for the US and the UK. No shock there. So he's supposed to testify this month. I don't know if he's going to testify. We shall see. But the UC Global case is ongoing, and it's pretty compelling for sure. Just recently in the UK, the courts ruled in favor of Jennifer Robinson because they found that she had been she had been a victim of surveillance in the Ecuadorian embassy, and she's Julian Assange's attorney, and she was visiting Julian Assange. So, I mean, come on, y'all, come on. I was trying not to rant, but I've been ranting all day, but legitimately, it is beyond comprehension that we are even considering extraditing a guy to a country that was spying on his conversations with his legal team. Please, I keep asking, somebody explain it to me like I'm 5. How does one get a fair trial when you are going to court against someone who has been spying on the conversation you have had with your legal team? Please, somebody help me out, because that's not a thing that can happen. That's not a thing. So, I don't know. It seems like that alone should have this thrown out the window, this extradition thrown out the window. It's very clearly political. Not supposed to be doing that. They were, and not only were they spying on him, but there's also allegations, and that's what Mike Pompeo is supposed to be testifying about, that the motherfuckers were plotting to kill him. They gave us assurances, though, guys. We had some assurances that they promised they're going to be nice to Julian Assange. Pinky swear. Promise. I mean, come on. Does anybody take any assurances from the United States seriously on literally anything at this point? Literally. Here comes Reef. Hi, Reef. I'm in mid rant. I'm pissed off. I was trying not to rant tonight. I've been ranting all day. You might be able to tell I'm a little scratchy. I've been talking today, and I've been ranting all fucking day.
I
I'm
mean,
pissed.
it's a good reason.
Hey, Daniel's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel. Daniel's having a bad day too. Daniel's pissed off too. We had a pissed off moment earlier together.
I mean, it feels like no one except you guys was prepared, and then you're still we're still upset about it.
Well, yeah, like I said earlier, I knew it was coming, but it still fucking sucks. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Right. It's like,
it's not fun.
We expect the worst. We don't want it to happen,
No.
We just have to continue to ask
honestly,
what we do now.
I'm trying right now to remember, because as I told everybody earlier, there are other avenues. But listen, please hear me. Please hear me. Please. I'm asking everybody to please hear me what I'm about to say. It doesn't matter what they do in the court. It does not matter. It does not fucking matter. They can appeal. They're just going to keep dragging it out, and then they'll play the game where they rule, a little bit each way to kind of keep things in. We need mass public pressure. That's it. I keep saying it. Please, please hear me. We need mass public pressure. I'm not even asking you to devote your life to it like I do, but if everybody just made a phone call a day, or just help, even just having the conversations with your friends and your family. There's such a media blackout. They have disappeared him from public consciousness. Nobody's photographed him other than that one, professionally. There's been 2 leaked photos, but there's been no press photos of him since the one time that they got him out there when they were outside the prison van thing. And ever since that moment, they have shutters on those van windows. So when he goes back and forth to the court, he can't even see outside. They have shutters now, so people can't take pictures of him. They have completely disappeared him from public consciousness. They're torturing him. That's why they're doing that. They don't want us to see. He looks like shit. I'm sorry, Julian, but he looks like shit. He's pale and he's weak and he's frail and thin, and he had a mini stroke. You know what I'm saying? It's just, sorry. See, damn it. I was trying not to rant.
No, I mean, I feel like we keep making these rants and no one hears them.
I know.
Enough to do anything. Luckily, there's some people that are. I mean, you went on Jimmy today,
yeah,
which
shout
was
out to him fantastic. For always being consistent.
Yeah.
He's been covering this. Yeah.
And there's ones right now that are trying to latch onto this when they normally aren't, or have normally, went against Julian in some way or form, or laughed about him being in an embassy.
You mean the people who are suddenly coming around and covering it? Or is that the people?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Cover it. I mean, I'm going to call you out for your shady shit, but please cover it.
Yeah.
Please cover it.
I mean,
don't care.
You see outlets now being censored that were calling censorship not that long ago.
Yes.
Did
you see the Jacobin piece?
Yes. Yeah. Of course. I mean, of course, people don't, classically said about right wingers, right, that they don't do anything unless it affects them directly, right?
Yes.
So,
that's them.
I don't know. You've been amazingly consistent.
I really do try.
I'm
not saying I'm perfect. I don't want to ever say that I'm perfect. I don't ever want to say it. There may have been times when somebody got censored that I've made a joke because they've called for censorship before, and I hate that hypocrisy. Yeah. So I still don't like it. I may have made a funny comment, but I do not want any of them censored ever. And I will fight for them to get their platforms back if they lose them. I mean, as much as I can. I am only one person. You know what I mean?
So
I am only one person.
Details on timeline now.
Okay, so here's what happens. The defense team has 2 weeks from today to appeal this decision, meaning the Priti Patel signing off on the extradition request. I think simultaneously, if I'm getting this right, here there's a statement from his legal team that I can pull up, and it's kind of because there's a couple different ways that they're going here. So my friend Deepa Driver actually tweeted this out earlier. I love Deepa. She is an amazing human being. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I guess I could pull it up on screen. Oh, it's been so long since I StreamYard that it's so hard for me to get back. Okay, is that right? Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
Yep.
so the decision by the Secretary of State was always predictable. It is nevertheless regrettable that she elected not to engage with serious issues of substance raised by Mr. Assange. He will appeal her decision as well as filing grounds of appeal not able to be proceeded with during the past 1.5 years, whilst the U.S. appealed against the decision of the district judge in January 2021. It is our sincere hope that these significant issues can now be fully and effectively explored. What they are talking about there is we talked about this a bit earlier before you came on, Reef. Over the past year and a half, this case has been almost singularly focused on Julian Assange's mental health and like the oppressive prison system in the United States, because that is what the appeal has been based on after the extradition decision in January by Judge Vanessa Breitzer. That was the only thing the U.S. had to appeal on. So that's been the focus for the past year and a half. Now that's kind of, I mean, they can still appeal it, but I think also what they're saying is they're going to go back and appeal based on the press freedom aspects of the case, because Judge Vanessa Breitzer ruled in favor of the United States in all of that. It was funny if you go back and watch the video of us when we're hearing the decision, because we were getting the information by like live tweets from journalists who were like desperately trying to keep up with a court proceeding with their thumbs, trying to put out information. That's how we were getting it. And it was funny because Steve was reading off the tweets and it was like shitty tweet. Like tweets are making me angry. It's like Judge Vanessa Breitzer's ruling and she's going through the points of the case. And it's like just horrible. She's agreeing with them. And then all of a sudden there's one tweet where Steve's like says something that's like slightly, it was like kind of pro Julian in a way. And I was confused. So I let my head snaps up. And then the next one, he says no extradition. And it took us like probably 45 seconds to even move. Like we were all just like, what? It was very bizarre. But yeah, I think that now they're going to go back and they're going to appeal based on the press freedom, which is the meat of this, really. But the unfortunate thing is they've dragged this out now for 1.5 years, and now this appeal process is also going to take for fucking ever.
Yeah, and like so this is one, and this is only one avenue of appeal.
Yeah, they can also go to the European Court of Human Rights at some point. Dude is not doing well, you know.
No.
And he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there.
I mean, I feel like, where is the urgency on anything?
Even with the legal team, don't come for me. I'm not trying to start drama. I'm just like, there's no communication either. If there's a reason why they're not going like full force, like crazy, let's go
throw everything at the wall and see what's
and like be super vocal and like loud and like talking about as much like if there's a reason for that, I'm genuinely interested. You know,
you can appeal on so many cases, and not just on the extradition, on the trial that he's on the everything.
Yeah,
like why is he even being held in Belmarsh still? Like
on remand? He's a journalist. He's a fucking journalist. He's like an intellectual. He has zero history of violence. None. Zero. No history of violence. And they're holding him on remand for because the United States says so. And he can't be at least house arrest even while this appeal stuff is playing out. Like he's
and have they still not thrown out
people on earth? He's not going anywhere.
They still not thrown out the whole case about, you know, where the witness essentially has said that like the main witness lied. Like, have they still not thrown that out?
That really hasn't been addressed.
Part of the appeal?
Yes, at some point. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. It takes for fucking ever. This shit takes forever. And dude is not doing great. You know, listen, a mini stroke is generally a sign of worse things to come. A more serious health event. You know what I mean? That's generally what that means. And he's not getting proper medical care. And if he's extradited to the United States, he's going to be held in a pretrial detention center that doesn't have regular like doctors there. And also he will likely be held in solitary confinement like conditions, meaning he could be hours before anybody even realizes that he's unwell. And as I talked to a doctor the other day,
gonna give him,
first 3 hours.
They're going to give him the Epstein suite the minute he gets here. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. It feels like this is blatant out in the open, like, and has been for, you know, years now. Like, I feel like, how are we even still in this battle? Like, you know, it's crazy.
I know. I have to laugh. I honestly, I've been just raging all day, and I just have to laugh. Like I can't
Yeah.
even. I'm out of my mind at this point. I honestly don't know what it's going to take for people to not be okay with what's happening. It's weird to
I
me.
mean, at least if he is extradited, I feel like something will happen soon in that case. Anything,
Yeah,
you
I don't know.
know?
Honestly, that's not going to even. I don't, that's not going to happen for a long time. I think they want this just
Yeah.
to drag out. They want to just beat him down in prison,
Mm.
mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. That's the way they're doing it. They're destroying him um, in every way while this whole thing plays out. And I think that they're hoping that in the time that takes, they will be able to have successfully wiped him from public consciousness, and nobody will gives a shit when he offs himself or he has a heart
Yeah.
attack from stress or whatever. And that I think that's what
Right.
they're hoping for. It's murder in slow motion, really.
Yeah. And there will be no repercussions, I guess. There's going to be no, you know.
And not a single war criminal that he exposed, not a single war criminal will ever see the inside of a courtroom.
I
Julian
swear
Assange
those
is going to die in prison. Not a single war
those
criminal will ever see the
guillotines
inside of
we
a
ordered
courtroom.
are a little late, you know? Like,
Ugh.
uh,
I'm
so
just so pissed. I can't believe I even have rants left in me because I'm not joking, ranting all day. If you listened to my radio show earlier, it was a 3-hour rant.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
I was pissed. Ugh.
I could imagine. I mean, you've been doing this for how long now? I mean, how long has he been
3.5 years
like
almost. I've been like,
right
yeah.
at the same thing? And like I feel you. It's frustrating for all of us. I've been following Assange stuff since. I mean, I don't know, since like
I've been
the
following it for a long time.
like yeah, like the minute WikiLeaks was putting stuff out, and I was
Yeah.
old enough to even realize what those things were like.
I didn't hear
When
about
mainstream
WikiLeaks
media was
until
pushing,
2010. I
like,
think, like most people, I didn't know of
yeah,
WikiLeaks until 2010. The collateral murder video. When I say that it changed
yes,
my life, I'm not joking. Like that, I saw that and I
oh
was
yeah,
like, because I always knew that war was fucked up. Like I've always been like very just in like just
yeah,
I don't like war is like a real no for me. So. But seeing that, like when you like literally in black and white, and more really hearing it, I think that's
yeah,
what got me. How just it sounded like they were playing a video game, dude. Like like
mm-hmm,
they did not there was no care for humanity. There were kids in that van. And then
yeah,
oh, they shouldn't have brought their kids to a gunfight. He didn't. He was taking his kids to like school or something and came across a
right,
massacre and stopped to help. And then you killed him in
yeah,
front of his kids and shot at them. Like and
uh,
it's like and he sounds like he's playing a video game. They sound like they're playing a video game. And that honestly, I hear it like, I mean, I can hear it right now.
well,
It's
the,
got
the double
something on
tap,
me. Yes.
like they flew back, and like there's
That's a
so many
war
things that
crime.
WikiLeaks and have revealed, but among many, I mean, the NSA leaks, the
Mhm.
stuff from Chelsea Manning, the Daniel Hale, like there's so many that are now in prison or completely controlled, or from this, because of what information they were able to get out through what Assange was capable of, with just a publishing service.
Yeah.
Like he's a publisher.
Yeah.
Imagine they have J.K. Rowling's publisher like locked up for the same crime. Like, you know,
They could
eh,
lock up any of us, yo. I mean, at this
yeah,
point, they get to decide what the
mhm,
definition of journalist is. They get to decide what the definition of all of these terms are. They get to like redefine words when it suits their agenda. They've done it.
yes,
And I mean, we've
mhm,
seen this has been escalating for a long time. There was the whole domestic violent extremist thing, and then there was they're coming after us. That kind of like imperialism is coming. It's going to manifest itself back at home. It already is. We're
yeah,
seeing the way they're militarizing cops. What do you think that ends with? What do you think? What the stuff that we do to other countries is about to start happening to us
here,
here?
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what's
There's a
up.
reason we get the IDF to train our police force. There's a reason why, like, how do you not understand this? They're buying the same boots to put on your neck. It's the same.
Just
Like,
saying.
I mean, when we've seen nothing but ramping up of narrative control since they've had, Assange in custody, let alone since they've had him in an embassy for, however long that was,
Yeah.
like, and there's no one able to necessarily take up the mantle either. I wish there was. Like,
dude, we need 1,000 WikiLeaks, damn it. We need 1,000 WikiLeaks across the globe. We need 1,000 WikiLeaks. And they all need to be well funded and working well. Like, if we're gonna have people in positions of power, then we need to have WikiLeaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lots of them. We need lots of them.
I have fabulous security. Like, you're gonna need it.
Yes.
So,
like, that's.
I mean,
come on.
I don't know.
Okay, so hi chat. I'm just gonna say hi to some people because I always feel bad that I don't. Beth's here. Hi Beth. Rob's here. Rob! I don't know where Andrew is. I thought he was coming. He did not come. So
nice.
I'll check my element in just a second and see if he's responded. Hi Kat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's log 66 maybe. This channel has never been monetized. We've never had it. So no, that's not YouTube. YouTube didn't do that. I did see that you guys are saying that the little warning thing is not there tonight, so that's good. I mean, progress. We didn't get it. And hey, shout out to Jimmy Dore, who had me on today to talk about Julian Assange, but then also talked about our censorship, which I thought was cool. Like looking out for a smaller channel. I mean, we're tiny, but it is weird that they're coming after us, and the timing was very suspect. But it was cool of Jimmy Dore to call it out, and also shout out to Max Blumenthal for tweeting that out and calling attention to it. I appreciate that. Okay, who else is here? Daniel's here. I already said hi to Daniel. Daniel, it's been a long ass day. It's been a long ass day. I don't know if I've been kicking ass. I've been just ranting. Does that count?
I think.
I don't know if that counts for anything. But yeah.
I mean, like it just frustrates me because there's just no like, we don't know what happens next. We're in another legislative limbo. Right, where like we're just waiting again, which means it's easy for us to do so. I'm not worried about the wait for us. I'm worried about it for Julian, like who's gonna have to wait longer to get any decision. Like this is a long road to the gallows for him.
And that's part of the torture. I think people need to realize that it's a known thing when somebody is in prison and there's no like end game, because that's for Julian that he has no idea. He's in a constant state of limbo. There's just waiting. Like he's constantly just waiting to see what next level of the ridiculously corrupted system will he have to sit through and wait through next. And that's it. That's it. And when that is somebody's existence, that is torturous. There's no, you know what I mean? Like they don't know their fate. They have no idea what's happening. They have no idea. Is it ever going to get better? You know what I mean? And that's.
I mean, it's literally part of the torture of Gitmo. That's why Gitmo exists, just for people to wait.
Dude, I interviewed Mansour Adaifi this week. He's a survivor of Guantanamo, and he is. Can I just tell you? I don't often find myself like I was just taken aback by him. He was tortured, obviously, at Guantanamo, and I watched an interview that he gave with Amy Goodman on Democracy Now, and he said that he doesn't hate the guards. In fact, he also sees them as victims. I think we talked about this, didn't we, Reef? Like, I don't think I could be that forgiving and that kind and that empathetic to people who tortured me. I don't think I would have that. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, it was just to have that attitude about it. It was just really, I don't know, impressive is, I don't know if that's the right word, but it was just,
I mean, it's nice that he's got that level of like forgiveness, but
and that
I don't know if it's necessary.
And he's like, I mean, he seems, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Yeti's here.
Yeah.
Yeti's here.
What's up, Yeti?
Hi, Yeti.
Trying to fix my camera so it doesn't show my mirror that shows all the garbage on this side of the room. Well, it's not garbage. It's just it's my actually a lot of it. It's my dad's old wood furniture, It was my dad's desk. It's got square head bolts on this thing. It's got to be from like the early 1900s.
Nice. We're ranting, Yeti.
Yes.
We are ranting. I'm pissed off.
I would imagine so. A lot of people should be fucking angry about this right now.
I wish I knew the words. Can somebody just tell me? I mean, I'll say them. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say them. Like, I just can't find the words to get people to give a shit. I really cannot. And to me, it's weird. I realize that I'm a bit biased because, like, I'm hyper fixated on this. But it still is weird to me that everything that we've learned, the fact that the key witness is a lying, convicted pedophile that the FBI gave immunity to in exchange for fabricating testimony against Julian Assange, or the fact that they were spying on him and that his human rights were violated and that there's no way possible he could get a fair trial, or the fact that they were plotting to kill him. Or potentially kidnap him. Like, none of this stuff is like hey, this is not cool.
Well, and people are so oblivious. Well, I don't think a lot of people even know.
I know, but
right? But it's like, even when you tell them, they're like, no, that can't be true.
There's just a lot
of... They just refuse to believe anything.
Yes. Or the people that don't know...
Yeah.
The people that don't know, I try to be more patient with, because I get it. It's hard. People are wiped the fuck out. They're exhausted. They're working multiple jobs. And who wants to go home and stress about the torture of a journalist who exposes war crimes? I mean, that's not fun. Like, I get it. But the people who, what's frustrating to me is people in like our circles who know, but don't give a fuck or cheer it on. You know what I mean?
It's
weird.
Like, I know everyone has different priorities, but like some things like just kind of like transcends certain things. Like, I'm never going to be too busy to speak out against racism and shit like that.
Right?
And we're like, I got to bake a cake. Sorry. Black lives will have to wait a minute now.
I still find the time to talk about Yemen and Guantanamo and all that stuff. Yes, I get it.
And
this
so
trial couldn't get possibly any light, when they've been talking about some other trial for the last like 2.5 weeks.
Well, like,
and this other trial, like the hearings and crap about something that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. Well, like you get wall-to-wall coverage of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and nothing on Ghislaine Maxwell,
followed by
a literal worldwide child trafficking ring.
Dude.
Right.
But those don't exist.
Say it again. It's a child.
It's a worldwide child trafficking ring.
Child sex trafficking ring.
Let's be
very distinct here. Yes.
It is a worldwide child sex trafficking ring. And that is what it is. Yes. Among the very elite of elite. There's a Prince of England. There's presidents. There's
billionaires.
Billionaires. The leaders of
millionaires
fashion,
and
leader of what's that called?
I don't know. Hugo Boss seems like evil enough. Like,
who?
Well, he was a Nazi, like a literal Nazi.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, designed some great suits back in the day. If you're in the Ukraine.
But or they're covering what was it? Insurrection 2, Electric Boogaloo, the Reawakening edition. Like, what have they been talking about on the news recently?
January 6th, the insurrection, and they even did it like during prime time. And I think they were honestly trying to like capture some of that magic from Johnny Depp. But you're not. Come on, come on. You can't. No, January 6th. It's so stupid.
Well, it's amazing how much they're angry about a meet and greet. Like, I get it. There was no pies. People were angry. But let's not take this out of hand.
There was a guy in cosplay.
It was a Fed Fest, dude.
We're the most powerful world in the nation. Yeah. Also, we're going to get taken over by a guy in a fur hat.
Right? And a grandma. There's a grandma right now who's been in prison since I don't know, months. She's like, I don't even know, old. She's old. She's a grandma. And they have her being held, I think, without charge still. There's lots of them. Lots of the January 6th people are just being held.
Well, they doxed one lady really bad because they kept sharing the picture of her being there. But really, it was like a picture from like her at a political event like Nebraska.
Well, and a lot of people were genuinely just there. Like they were just there to like peacefully protest. You know what I'm saying? Like they felt like they had been aggrieved by their government. And listen, I'm not like people say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You think Trump won. No, but I'm saying I know that our elections are not legit. So they're right to be, skeptical. I absolutely understand that position. They have every reason to be skeptical of the election. Every reason.
Well, and you think like how many people are just like there and they're like, oh, people are going in. All right.
The cops let them in.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, if I was there, people just start walking in and be like, oh, it's the people's house. I'm sure we're allowed in there. Yes. They called it the people's house.
Mm-hmm. Do people understand that behind every painting in that building, there's probably a Vulcan minigun ready to spool up if need be? Like, do they understand that they have like actual like PDCs on top of the White House to shoot any missile and or rock thrown? Like, if you get anywhere close to that building wanting actual change, they will not let you get there. Like,
the problem's going to be if Russia starts throwing rocks. I don't know if they're going to stop that rock.
Yeah, they might stop a few. You know.
Yeah,
they got a few more rocks though. So
it's just like it amazes me how much technology we invested in. Like this.
You just froze. You just froze, homie. As soon as you said technology, it was like cut out.
No, I was just saying, it's like, can we kill 1,000 people with this bomb? We can do better. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, and that's part of the problem of why they don't like Assange, his ability to be able to like publish without any of the mainstream sources or anything listening to him. Like he's able to get stuff to the people. It's why they want to control the narrative so far online anyway. And
they always fear the people that speak the truth. Not to compare MLK and Julian Assange, but that's what they were scared of MLK is, because he was convincing people of the truth of what was going on, and that's what they viewed more dangerous than anything.
I mean, I'm amazed that they still like. I mean, essentially, he's a head on a spike at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's what I say all the time, Reef. That's what
he's just an example for other journalists and publishers to not do what he did. You know?
He's the warning. If you fuck with us, this is what we will do to you. And it's always the case. This is what they do to every truth teller. They did it to Daniel Ellsberg. They did it to John Kiriakou. They did it to Chelsea Manning. They're doing it to Daniel Hale. They're doing it to Julian Assange. This is what they do to truth tellers, because that's exactly what the intent is to make everybody else afraid to ever even dare to have that level of courage. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it works too. Like if you got like some information, you're like, I could give this out, but I'll probably die.
I can stay alive.
Right.
We'll put that in the maybe file.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it is very effective. I mean, it really is. Unfortunately.
Well, that's why fear is based on propaganda is fear based on fear.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, I'll get that word right.
And that's why our media is the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
The one that the only one of them that got anywhere near close to a pardon, is now doing what? What shows are they going on? Who are they talking to? Like,
who? Are you talking about Chelsea?
I'm thinking about Chelsea. Yeah.
I don't. She hangs out with mainstream people. Yeah. Don't get me started.
Yes. I feel you.
I mean, listen,
it's one thing to go on the show.
People who help get your information out. Anyway,
like it's one thing to go on their shows. It's another thing to hang out with these people.
Well, and make some.
I know.
Make some shitty ass comments and hang out with shitty ass people who put whistleblowers at risk. Who are known for putting whistleblowers at risk.
That Limbaugh guy you were talking about on Jimmy today. That one.
Which
one?
The
Limbaugh one. The Vaush Limbaugh.
Oh, Vaush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
like. Yes. Hey, do not insult chodes that way. That is not nice.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
It just amazes me. We're still dealing with the same kinds of we're still dealing with the same stuff still.
I know.
I feel like I say this every time I talk to you.
You can look back 30 years at shows and they're making the same jokes about the world. Like I watched Third Rock from the
Yeti.
The Sun.
Oh, you could just play these today. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
All jokes about like government corruption.
Yep.
Too.
Did you do your good internet dance, Yeti?
Nope.
Okay.
You should probably do that. You keep cutting out.
We got to at least light the better internet candle and.
Hey,
you know,
so somebody on Twitter, Benny Lava on Twitter. Shout out to Benny. I don't know if he's here, but he said, "Does this guy have a shot?" And it's the French guy Mélenchon. Who said today, if I am prime minister on Monday, they have an election. If I am prime minister on Monday, Julian Assange will be naturalized French and decorated. And does he have a shot? Here's the thing. Even if he has a shot, he's saying that now. Lots of people have said that when they're pandering for votes. Anthony Albanese just did it. This guy, before he was elected recently, like in February, was at a press conference and was like, "Enough is enough. There's no purpose served with Assange being incarcerated." And now he was recently elected a few weeks ago, and he dodges it when he's questioned about it and tries to say that diplomacy isn't done with a megaphone. Essentially, I forget he used like a different term for it, but for a megaphone. So diplomacy isn't done with a megaphone. Fuck you. This case needs all the megaphones.
For a minute.
This case needs all the megaphones, all of them, of them. This needs to be shouted out loud.
As big as megaphone as you can possibly get.
People's attention needs to be called to this. We don't need your just totally mealy-mouthed bullshit. Grab your megaphone, homie. It's time.
Yeah.
But he's a politician.
I mean, grab anything. Do anything. Do something.
Well, they always go back to self-preservation.
I mean, would you go against the U.S. empire? I'm not sure I'd have the courage.
I don't know.
I think people forget what that empire is capable of.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily they're going to get you. They'll go after like family.
Right.
I'm like, you can do anything to me. I don't care. But then it's like you go after family. Like, all right, well, maybe I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to censor this show.
Yeah. Tiny little show. Like what we have like
ridiculous how fragile their system must be for
that's how I know how close it is to just completely erupting, collapsing either way. Is because how much the propaganda has really ramped up.
Yeah.
It's been increasingly getting really bad since 2016-ish, I think it was when I started really noticing
reality.
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
Yeah, we are in 2 + 2 is equal to 5 territory.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not in the territory. We've jumped over the border.
We literally have a ministry of truth.
We're having a dance, having a cookout.
We have a ministry of truth. They just put Kamala Harris.
I know, in charge of it. In charge of Twitter abuse or whatever.
It's like putting Hitler in front of Jewish relations.
Let's not be extreme. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that is so unconstitutional. The government has no business in speech. No business in speech. None. I mean, really, you think this isn't going to be used against political enemies? Of course it is.
Well,
they've convinced the American public that somehow the biggest threat to our democracy is misinformation. That hasn't been the cornerstone of it, for the last fucking
forever.
decades and decades and
forever.
Oh,
it's we call it misinformation because we don't have any evidence to prove it's not true. So fake news.
Seriously, Reef, our entire history in this country is a lie. We have always been the greatest purveyor of misinformation, always, since our inception. I genuinely believe that.
Same up here in Canada.
It's what we're built on, man. That's what we're built on. The winners tell the story. You know what I mean? So that's who writes history, and they're all ridiculous and liars, and are it's bad.
Yeah. It's bad. Well, even up in Canada, a lot of our citizens think that the Indigenous just signed a good good old friendly contract, in a language they've never spoken.
Hundreds of dead indigenous children at these boarding schools, and nobody's really talking about it.
Yep.
Nobody's really talking about that much. Hundreds of dead kids.
We're at thousands now up in Canada.
No, I mean like per school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of kids per school, and it's.
Abby, Empire Files did a thing on stuff recently too, where tons of stuff from them was like it was in museums. Like
they just steal it. Yeah, they just. They steal it. Yeah, that's what they do.
Like,
we do. It's what we do.
It's ridiculous. Yes. I'm just wondering, like, when will enough be enough?
When like, humanity finally evolves past this ridiculous need for like greed and exploitation and all of that ridiculous stuff.
Well, it's all material things.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, in my opinion, we probably have the technology to make most people's material goals
perfect.
Perfectly reasonable, actually.
We can listen. That's what's great, Yeti. Thank you. You're the only person that I've ever heard say that, because it's amazing. Actually, I mean, I know we don't have really any basis for comparison, as in like another species like us.
Yeah.
Compare ourselves to, but that's great. Like to me, that's an amazing accomplishment. We have evolved to a place where we legitimately could make sure that everybody had a decent standard of living. You had clean water, clean air, food, a house, a roof over your head, able to provide for yourself, healthcare, all of that stuff. Yeah. We have done that. We've gotten to that place. We choose not to do it.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad.
You think we could utilize solar to give electricity to like the smallest tribes in Africa, if they want it, obviously, but then they could have cleaning water stations, stuff like that. They could build like technology things that would help them, and they can still have like their life that closer resembles like what their values are, like living closer to the earth, but also not having the earth water kill them.
Yes, but like, how do we get profit from this?
All right, here's I got this thing.
Billionaires need another yacht, Yeti. They need another yacht.
Profit is not going to help you when you die.
No.
Because the only person that got pyramids were the Egyptian, and there's not that many of them. So I'm guessing there was a lot more Egyptians than pyramids.
Aliens.
It's always aliens. Have you seen the machine work on those Aztec?
Gotta be aliens. So
apparently China actually might have made contact with aliens a week ago or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. I mean, how else do we get Manta style?
Welcome to the conspiracy hour.
Yes. Who's is in private chat? There you go.
Okay.
You probably just saw it.
What happened? What's in the chat?
Private chat?
Private chat. What are you doing?
I don't know. I just saw someone in there.
Indy's here.
There you go.
Sorry, I was off of my.
Hey!
Indy, I'm sorry.
Hey.
I was off of the StreamYard screen. I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I feel like I'm in New York whenever I'm on a stream with anyone. Because as soon as someone joins, they're just like, hey!
What's the matter here?
Hey, my family!
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
The funniest thing in Cheers is when they didn't yell at him.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like,
hey,
why?
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop an article in the chat. I'm so glad somebody just tweeted this. This is an article that's written by a close friend of Julian, and it just talks about her name's Carly. It just talks about like who he is as a human being, because he is one. And
yes.
So it just gives you kind of a peek behind the curtain of who he is. Also, I've interviewed Juan Passarelli numerous times on multiple different shows. He's been on the Vigils. He was good, close personal friends with Julian Assange for like a decade. And I think that's important, like, because he has been kind of disappeared from public consciousness at this point. So somebody just tweeted that article. It's in the chat. Everybody please check it out and share it. Please. And thank you. How's it going, Indy?
Wow, I haven't talked to you at all today, Misty.
I know,
at
right?
all.
I know. Long time no see.
I'm exhausted. I'm super disappointed, and just regrouping and producing some more stuff and fighting the good fight and helping everybody I can and doing what I know the man himself would be doing if he were out. So that's all I can do right now. And then you put out the bat signal, so here we are.
Yeah. I don't know where Andrew is. I'm a little worried, actually. I thought he was coming, and then
I can't imagine that he would miss something like this unless he just couldn't even bring himself to go on. But
okay. He's not coming. He's said he's tired. He's been up since 5:30 for work.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch. And it's what, like 8? It's like 10 o'clock your guys' time now?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do very long either, because honestly, I'm not gonna have a voice for much longer. All I've done all day is talk. So that's all I've done. Whether it's on the phone or on the air, it's all I've done really. But yes, like it's we have we need mass. We need people.
Yeah. And me and Indy are constantly looking for people too, and there's just not many out here in the trenches. Like,
this is why I ask like totally random people, like MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Or like he tweeted something about I don't even remember, maybe censorship or something, and I'm like, hey, can we get a free Assange? And then out of nowhere, free Assange. And I'm like, and then the next thing I know, he's helping on the Assange DAO, which I have thoughts about. But I'm like, oh, okay, all right, go MC Hammer. You know what I mean? Like just random. I have no shame.
I mean, you've asked loads of MMA fighters. You've asked loads of like politicians. I mean, I constantly see you. Like
everybody.
Honey Boo Boo.
I don't think I've asked Honey Boo Boo. I should.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. I feel like she was very exploited as a child, and I feel for her. So maybe like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, every pageant girl from here to like, so.
Yeah.
But
it's just such a weird concept. What? Judge how pretty these little kids are.
Yes.
No thanks.
And it's like a haven for pedophiles. What better? I mean, this is a kid in a candy store. Let's go hang out at a kid's beauty pageant all day. That's
also the amount of hairspray in that room cannot be like
seriously
like OSHA code. Like we're gonna have to relax on that a little bit.
Just full oxygen.
What would you like to match?
Yeah, but I don't know. So like, is there any events coming up that we should be?
I'll pull up. Hold on. Candles for Assange. Everybody go to Candles for Assange. Candles, the number 4 Assange. That page is run by my friend Alex Hills. She is marvelous. Seriously, amazing. I don't know how she does it, honestly. She collects and promotes, pushes out all like the global Assange events. So if there's anything happening for Julian Assange, it will be going through Alex. And she will often make coordinating, images and all of that stuff, and it's like a one-stop shop. So let me pull up her timeline, and we can go through them because there's a lot. Okay, so Sunday, June 19th is the 10-year anniversary of Julian entering asylum via the Ecuadorian embassy. So that is the day. Sunday is the day. It'll be 10 years since Julian Assange entered into the Ecuadorian embassy. So we need to focus on Priti Patel. And I don't even know really if Priti Patel anymore since the decision's been made, but certainly Merrick Garland, Joe Biden, Anthony Albanese, Rand Paul, because, like I like to focus on people that I think we could push to that point. And Rand Paul, I mean, he's out here talking about how much he loves free speech.
Yes.
Your dad talks about it. Come on.
I mean, as far as actual, trying to think if there's any others that,
No, I mean, Justin Amash, he already spoke about it, though. Tulsi, we need to push Tulsi. She's gone quiet. So we need to push Tulsi because she's already spoke about it. So, I mean, I feel like that. And they have big platforms. So I would like to try to exploit that. Tucker Carlson, I'm going to get shit for that, but I don't care. He has a huge platform. And he may have already covered it. I would venture to bet that he did because he's pretty consistent about his coverage for Julian Assange. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. That's the world we live in. Okay. So July 3rd is Julian Assange's 51st birthday. FYI, this will be the 4th birthday that he has spent inside Belmarsh. So that's depressing. So London, as always, they have a thing going on at Belmarsh Prison on July 3rd from 5 to 7. I'm betting that's Emmy. Yeah, that's Emmy. So Emmy puts on great events usually at Belmarsh. So that's happening in Canberra. There is one also on the 3rd at Commonwealth Place, Queen Elizabeth Terrace. So it looks like if you're a Canberra. Okay. So yeah, they're doing something for his birthday. London, as always, they are amazing. Every single Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. They're at Australia House. So if you are ever in London on a Wednesday, head to Australia House from 3 to 5 p.m. They are amazing. Relentless. Like rain, snow, COVID, doesn't matter. They're out there. They're my heroes. Melbourne, they have one Saturday, June 4th. Oh, this is Ithaca. They're doing a screening of Ithaca, and there will be a Q&A with John Shipton. So Ithaca is the movie that Gabriel Shipton produced, and it just like follows John around on like the tours that he's been doing around the world, like trying to fight for Julian. Okay, so London also, because they're badasses, they also do every single Saturday. So if you're in London ever on a Saturday, they are in Piccadilly Circus from 4 to 6 p.m. every single Saturday. Again, rain, snow, COVID, doesn't matter. Glasgow, there's events for you. Vienna every Wednesday. Germany's also awesome. They do like I think they're doing a lot. Yeah, they have like, I think it's just like constant rotating events. Yeah, they're amazing. So freeassange.eu for that, for Germany. They're dope. Sydney does great. They have a lot of action. So anyways, I mean, there's going to be more events added to this, obviously, I think, especially now. Oh, Kimber in Seattle. Shit. I forget what it's called. I want to say Watergate, but I don't know. It might just be because of Watergate. Hold on. Hold, please.
While you're holding, a week of skywriting around DC is like 200,000.
200,000?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I can barely raise like $5,000 for a week. That's a lot of money.
You know, I feel
Billboard.
Billboards are way less expensive than that. Billboards are like $3,000 to $5,000, maybe, depending.
Yeah. You make a blimp. You know. Like,
I'm retweeting a clip of you that Turncoat Don put on from Jimmy earlier.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
I feel like
for you.
I feel like Bert Kreischer with my thoughts on this. Like, we need like a racing team for Assange.
Race team.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a free Assange car going around the track.
Yes, I would love that. Let's do that. Oh, no, that's probably expensive. Okay, so the one in Seattle is Westlake. What did I say? Watergate? Not Watergate. Westlake Plaza on Westlake Avenue in downtown Seattle. So they're doing an event tomorrow at noon. There you go, Kimber. There you go, Kimber.
Nice.
Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah, here. I'll send you this, Misty, just in case.
Okay, hold please.
You're good.
There's a lot going on. I'm getting blown up. I mean,
Misty's being Debbie the Time Life operator. Hold please.
Hold please.
Hold please.
It's been a day. It's been a day. Misty, for those who don't know, Misty started her day this morning sometime around 10 a.m. and going on AM wake up, and spent a couple hours with the wonderful, crazy Gordon Dimmack and Steve Poikinen and Pasta, as well as Hunter Carranza over there, and then did some type of, I guess she ate and maybe did some type of rest in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what else she was doing, but then she did a 3-hour radio show. And then after that, she did the Jimmy Dore show, and then she ate again. She does have a family. She does need to use the bathroom occasionally. Like, the woman is a superwoman. Can you?
No,
Come on.
no.
Did you do a workout today too?
No, actually, there was no working out
Okay.
to be had. There was too much to do.
You just killed yourself the other day to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably work out tomorrow to replace today, but yeah, there was no working out. I needed, like, Steve was like, you can come on and rant if you want, and I'm like, yes, that's happening.
I gotta find you a Muay Thai gym near you so you can get some frustration out.
All right.
You know?
I mean, I like throwing heavy weights around. That's good for me. That's a good frustration getter outer for me. I like it. I like throwing heavy weights around. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I guess not really that heavy. I mean, I'm still a noob.
It's gonna get you throwing heavy elbows at, stuff. That's gonna be fun for you.
For sure.
So
I like it.
But good times.
Get
you a little like Priti Patel thing to go in the heavy bag. It'll be great. So
yeah. All right. I was gonna. Oh, okay. Yeah. Halo was gonna join too, but she's not going to. She's sunburnt. Sorry, Halo. Halo was on my show today. Halo's an amazing Assange activist. She's been on the ground for years and years. So that was really cool. Because that was and shout out to Jimmy Dore again. Thank you for having me on and talking about like the censorship, the weird ass censorship that we randomly got. That's never happened before. I know that we're like shadow banned and shit, obviously. But Assange is in our title. We kind of expected that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was new. The like double warning. That's very intense, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. Just for our little show.
What the fuck, guys?
Tiny little show.
That's what I want to say. What the fuck? I mean.
Thank you, Rockfin, for not censoring.
Yeah.
Amen.
Never change, motherfuckers.
Very appreciated.
Please don't.
Yeah. We need more platforms like that.
Yeah.
Indies, you guys have done amazing.
With what?
Oh, why thank you.
What are you talking about? INN? Yes.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm going to find a new internet provider up here.
You should. Yeah. Your internet kind of sucks. And listen, I
am in the middle of nowhere, literally. So.
I get it. Yeah, Halo was on my show earlier. We had to switch her to phone, which, by the way, my producer Dave did so smooth. We worked together because he's like, her internet keeps breaking up. I need to switch her over to phone. Can you like talk for a second until I tell you? So I had to go on a little bit of a rant there. So he had time to get her up on the phone. So smooth. There was like no transition whatsoever. We didn't have to take a break. Nothing happened. He was just like, boom, boom. Yeah, I love Dave.
Like
good stuff.
And he's the one who does TNT radio for you, or?
So there's two. I have Alex does my first hour. So if you've ever been on the first hour, it's Alex. Yeah. And then if you come on the final, the other 2 hours, it's Dave. And I also had a guy named Jeff at the beginning, but he got moved to a different time spot. But they're awesome, cool dudes.
I'm sure they're swamped, but that's a meeting I want to have at some point.
What?
To
work there?
Pick their brains for as long as
their brains. Yeah, they would do that. I think they're cool. I mean, they are busy. They keep them pretty busy. But yeah, I'm sure they do that.
Yeah.
I could have like a producer day. I wonder if they do that, where I can have just producers on all day and talk to them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I mean, the guys behind the camera don't get enough credit. You know what I mean?
They're good over there too, man. Like, everything's smooth. I never have any issues. Like,
and they're new, like brand new, and it's already. I mean, I know it has its hiccups and stuff, but generally speaking, runs like a well-oiled machine. I mean, it's, at least in my experience, I don't
think I've ever had any issues coming on there. It's great.
No, I've never. Awesome. Any issues that I've ever had has either been because of scheduling. I had a last-minute cancellation, or like early on, trying to schedule 15 different people a week. Plus, I was playing that action in April in DC. That was nuts. That was probably a little bit too much to take on. Thanks to Indy, I survived those 3 weeks because that was nuts. But yeah, I mean, that's the only. I've never had any problems with the production of the show or any of that stuff. And they're new. I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And they're global too. Like they do stuff in Australia. They do stuff in UK. I mean, you can't tell from the commercials even where they are.
Yeah. Our hosts are from everywhere. Our commercials are from everywhere.
Yeah, I noticed that.
How many people do you think listen? Like, what's
I have
their...
no idea. I have no idea. I mean, I asked for like my own personal numbers, but he's like, we'll talk about that at some point. Like, we're not really, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Cool.
I would like to know.
Probably focusing on content first, and then.
Well, I mean, they're trying to find like that's why my show's changing. Like they're trying to bounce people around, but like try to fit people in where they think they're gonna do like the best work. Like they want me to focus on covering activism and then also doing more deep dive stuff. Like they think and they're just trying to find where everybody fits, what everybody can do at what time.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, they may decide I'm too lefty or maybe I'm not a good fit or whatever. Like, and that's fine. Like, it's been a ride. But yeah, they're just getting started out. Huh?
Like, well, if you're like me, you just, you figure out, especially if it's any subject, you just go through and make sure you check every box.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm an all or nothing person.
Dives. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, that'll be good. Is that
common in dudes with ADHD too, Reef? I mean, I know you, but I mean, because I think that's super common with girls. That's like that.
Yeah, I know there's slight differences with that, but generally, yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like a hardcore all or nothing person.
Hyper passionate, hyper fixated. It's
like I either do not care at all or I care all
way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a part of ADHD.
I don't know anything about that here.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all the same.
Yeah. And like the one that's I'm the worst about is info dumping, which like that's everyone's like, all right, I can't, like everyone taps out on those,
Yeah.
So like and I'll just keep going.
Later at night it gets. The later at night it gets, the more he talks, and then it's just like, Reef, dude. I can't.
Some of us have to sleep.
I talk a lot if I'm super passionate about something. Like that's why I talk about you talk about Assange too much. Yeah, it's because I'm hyper fixated. Yeah. That's just my personality. Yes. You know what I mean? That's just.
And like you'll go through and explain the entire thing. Yeah. Like especially if they ask
I want to tell you all the things. Yeah. Seriously, when I was on Jimmy earlier, I was like trying to how am I going to get all of this out? I knew I didn't have that long. I didn't know how long he was going to have me on. I think it varies. So I was trying to be concise and to the point and interesting so that maybe he'll keep me around for a few minutes longer so I can get some more stuff out. Like, I don't even remember. I have no idea what I said. I blacked out.
We're always, this is the other thing. We're hyper aware. Like we're hyper self-aware of that.
Yes.
So really? Anyway.
It wasn't me, I swear. I swear it wasn't me.
Right? But like, yeah, we're hyper aware of that. So it's like I know you were like, all right, I hope I don't step on anyone. I hope I don't And
what do I say? Like, what's the most important information? Because I only have a limited time. So I gotta what's the best thing I could say? And I'm sure I fucked it up. I'm sure there's something better I could have said or whatever. But I was just trying to play off of what he was saying and talking about and find the best fucking thing with the most information that I could spit out. I know I talked too fast. I was trying to get as much in there as I possibly fucking could. I mean, I would have talked all day if you would have let me, because there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like that when I get excited about topics. I'll talk forever, and I'll just gradually get faster and faster.
Yeah. Like,
Sometimes
Andy has no
just
idea
a blur,
either.
and nobody knows what's going on.
I don't know anything about that. I don't go into pitch mode at all or anything.
Well,
no. But, like, it's just funny. I just find it funny. Like, I think you placed like high on your ADHD thing, and I was like very high. I'm like, oh, I'm worse than Misty even.
No, I think those are skewed. Honestly, I think those are still skewed male centered, because that's ADHD and autism are both that way. The diagnostic process for both were heavily male focused for the longest time. It's starting to change now, but it presents very differently. It's, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of crossover, but there are a lot of it really does present very differently.
Because in males it's hyperactivity, isn't it?
Yes. Well,
and females it's not.
Yeah, and I think honestly, little girls just in our society are better at masking. We're better at we because we're hyper aware of the way people see us. We also internalize what's expected of us, and so we are able to put on that front, like mask it. And I don't think boys are necessarily wired for that. You know what I mean? People are going to call me sexist, but I think that that's a legitimate biological.
Oh, I'll do it. Sexist.
I think I'm more that way because I've had to do the same. You know, like my father was a mental health counselor. He can see symptoms. He couldn't see that I necessarily had that particular thing, but he was like, "All right, you're not in control of your emotions. You're, you know, like." So I got more of that, which like most men don't get that kind of like here's what your emotions are and how to deal with them. Like that doesn't happen. You know?
I've been so lucky. I've been lucky because Miss Yeti works in psychiatry as a nurse, so she's been really good with helping me, and she's really patient with me when because when I get frustrated, I get angry, not at anyone particular, but I just turn into a Yeti and just flail my arms everywhere.
I love it because I do the same thing.
Like,
hey, Lewis is here and says, "I saw you on Jimmy Dore. That's how I found this channel." Hi, thanks, Jimmy Dore.
Nice.
I mean, thank you. We're gonna get a Jimmy Dore boost probably, which is cool. Thanks, Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy Dore, free
That means I'm gonna get a boost because of you. Thanks.
I'm just worried about Assange getting the boost.
That's right.
Hey, Lewis, can you hang up some flyers or call the Department of Justice or, hold a protest? You can. All you need to be a protest is just a poster board, a Sharpie, and a sidewalk. I keep saying it. Everybody go do it. We need help. We need help.
The best kinds of protests are the ones that like are out of the box thought anyway.
Yeah.
Like, so
we just need people.
Anything you got.
Anything. Like, I don't even care what it is. Like if you want to crochet some pot holders, we'll sell them. I don't care. We'll figure something out. Like whatever anybody can do. Everybody can do something. It's go time. It's crunch time. It's not even like we're well past go time.
Yeah. We're on to it's you better go or we're screwed.
Yeah, desperate situation. Here we go. Let's go.
Desperate measures.
Yeah. Scary time.
Remember, learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to build solar panels.
Oh, hey, Josiah found us. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. Found us from Jimmy as well. See?
Sweet.
Jimmy Dore boost.
Nice.
I mean, we're
free Assange.
Real.
Free Assange.
Jimmy Dore boost.
Free Julian Assange.
Thank you, JD. Love it.
Oh, bitches. Oh, yeah. We got the Jimmy Dore soundboard.
I gotta get that for your other show.
What?
We gotta throw that one in. My
Oh. I want one of those soundboard thingies. That would be fun. Although my show is kind of serious. I don't know if that would work.
Right? It's a very the art of the soundboard is a very like delicate thing.
Yeah.
You got to be real good with it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be talking about like Guantanamo and shit. I could use it for that.
Right.
I could now that I'm not gonna be on air as much, so I'm gonna I'll have more. Now I can start doing bitch again, which is good. So
that's nice.
I could use it for bitch. That's the perfect show for a soundboard.
Oh, bitches! Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That one and the other one too.
Yeah,
but it's appropriate.
Yes.
Get the old gong sound out.
Soundpad. That's what I use.
Use what? What's it called?
Soundpad.
Soundpad.
Right? Yeah. Do you have Steam? It's on Steam.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Sleepy Josh will help me probably.
I don't even know what Steam is. Yeah. I'm old.
I'm old too.
Yeah. What? None of you be playing like Counter-Strike Global Offensive? I know Missy's like a secret Counter-Strike pro in her like.
I play Mario.
I play Mario Brothers. Yeah, I play Mario Brothers and Pac-Man and Tetris and Sonic. I love Sonic.
I play Mario Kart Tour. That's it.
I don't think I played that
Minecraft.
It's on my phone. It's great.
My kid plays Minecraft
on Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play Minecraft, but, I have played Roblox with her on numerous occasions. So I know some Roblox.
Minecraft for ADHD can become a very addictive substance.
Okay, I'll stay with it. I don't have time to be addicted to a
9-10 hours. Oh yeah, it's bad.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
Like
it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like those those quick games like what's the one? The Candy Crush or whatever. Like that's because it's like you can pick it up, play it, and then put it down, and it's like you're fine. Like it's just like a real quick game.
Yeah.
Like
well, you can also pay attention to other stuff when you're playing it.
I love Rob.
Yeah. Yep. Rocket League was 5 minutes a game. So you got good enough
I love
overtimes existed.
Rob is my hero.
Good humans.
Is that Roberto Durden? Is that Rob?
Huh?
Or
No,
Rob
Juno.
Well, Rob.
Oh, and Rob, I didn't forget your shit. I still have your package ready for you. Life is crazy right now. It's hard for me to get to the post office or whatever. Plus, again, severe ADHD. So I will often make excuses to not do it, and then I get to the point where it's like, oh shit, now I don't have time to do it. Put it off. I do that a lot. I'll make my husband do it. That's what I'll do.
That's always.
Yeah.
Can I have your husband do things for me? Can I just like send him stuff? No? Okay.
He's good for a couple things. I try not to make him do too much because the dude works a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's at work a lot, honestly. So I try not to make him do too much stuff, but he is helpful. He's a helpful dude.
Nice.
Okay, so do we have anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting shit to tell everybody. Talked about the CIA, right?
Make phone calls, send letters.
Yeah, make phone calls.
I just want to make sure bombard Merrick Garland.
Yeah, is there anything about the case though that he was spied
forgetting?
On? Plots to murder.
Something about appeal that they can still appeal for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So this is going to continue to drag on. I missed the beginning, so.
Yeah, no. So they can appeal. They're going to appeal within the next 2 weeks on this. On Priti Patel signing it, but they're also going to file an appeal that is based around the press freedom aspect. So that's been largely ignored thus far because it's been focused on his mental health. So yes, that is the plan, which is interesting because that's the meat and potatoes really. But again, as Andy said, this took 1.5 years. That's going to take even longer because there are more points of contention. So that's going to drag out for ages, and he shouldn't be in prison. So we have to stop this now. Like we need to stop this now. So yeah, write letters, make phone calls, send tweets, hold actions, get out information. Really, talk to your friends and family. Tell them what's going on. Most people are completely clueless. They have no idea what's happening to Julian Assange and how it affects them. So talk to them. That's why I'm going to Freedom Fest. I feel like a lot of people there are natural allies. It's Freedom Fest. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of them probably have no idea what's happening with Julian Assange. So having those conversations is key. Yeah, that's about it. I think. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I'm probably something, but
yeah, you'll remember it 2 hours from now.
As soon as we get off here, I'll be wondering, like, oh fuck, that's what it was.
I'm wondering, hey, did Breaking Points cover the Assange thing today? My guess would be probably not, but maybe.
Although the Young Turks,
and I hope they did.
Did anybody watch the Young Turks? I
Apparently
would put myself through that. But yes,
no.
Steph on Jimmy Dore said when I was on Jimmy Dore's show, Steph said that they were covering it and talking about like how they support Assange. And what?
Like when?
What?
When?
Wait.
Since when?
Look into that.
I don't know.
Just now. Just then.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we're doing stuff.
We'll look into that.
Yeah. They
are we in the now?
I would ask Kimber Maddox to refute that statement within. We'll look into that.
Yeah. Apparently they looked into it because now they're supporters now. Apparently, I mean, who knew?
Well, now it's okay.
Yeah.
Good
now
for
it's
them.
okay. Now that he's going to be extradited, like.
Okay, but listen, they have an audience. I don't know how big it is anymore, but they have an audience. So hey, if you want to support, I welcome that 100%. Go for it.
Let's do it.
Julian Assange in a real way. If you're covering it in a real way, good on you. Happy for it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Now time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's find it. Let's get it.
Yes, we need more people talking about it. All right, I'm gonna go because my throat is really starting to hurt. I'm not lying. It's really getting scratchy.
Good. I've been on too many streams. I was like, no more streams, please, no more streams. And then you put out the call like, How can I say no to action for Assange? Like on a night like tonight. I mean, it's an honor to be invited. Like seriously, thank you for even asking me to come.
Yeah, of course.
I watched this, these streams for so long and never even imagined that I would ever be on them and talking about this and part of this fight and sharing everything and building a network of independent streamers and helping to everybody to fight this fight and to get onto multiple platforms and off of YouTube and self-hosting streaming and all the things that we're doing. And again, this is all inspired by the man that's locked away and, free this man, let him out. And we want to hear his voice. We want to see him and no extradition. We're killing this man. They're killing this man.
Yes. No extradition.
Thank you, Misty.
And, yeah, of course. But yeah, I would like to see and hear from Julian Assange. He has been subjected to over a decade of psychological torture, and he has been disappeared from public consciousness. And I would just like to hear from him to see that, he's not okay, but I still think that we need to see and hear from him for sure. Okay. Do you guys have anything you want to hype before we bounce? Anybody?
How do we miss that Sunday probably? And Tara Reid will probably
it's going to be Clip Show. It's Father's Day. Clip Show Sunday, Father's Day.
Oh, I forgot. It's Father's Day. My husband always works, so it doesn't matter.
Tara's got somebody, I believe, from Ukraine possibly for Monday. I don't know what the schedule is, but Tara's going to have a show. And then Wednesday, INN News. Oh, I just found out secret show with rockfin.com/extra booyah tonight at midnight. Go there.
Oh.
Franco's live right now with our associate producer, Shadowban Refugee, and Marcus and Cy Lawson, who also got Rockfin channel. So go subscribe to the Political Matrix, rockfin.com/the Political Matrix. Hook those guys up. Support independent content creators. It's super important, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Rockfin.com/INN. Oh my God. How did I almost forget that? How did we miss that? Rockfin.com/INN. I just put up a video, actually, a Rockfin exclusive for Rob Durden.
IndieNews.network will have literally all of our links. So
there you go.
People can see everything.
That's what you need. One-stop shop, because nobody's ever going to remember all that shit you just said.
Yeah.
IndieNews.network.
Yes. I like the one-stop shop thing. I can't focus on all that stuff at one time. It makes my brain hurt. Okay, Yeti, do you have anything coming up?
Yeti.
I still got a show I've been working on. I'm doing some other stuff to get ready for it. Okay. I'm doing a show with Blue Moon coming up on Monday or Tuesday. And you can also follow me along on Telegram if you do. It's Yeti Translations. I've been translating on-the-ground Russian reports into English. Also, I just found an app that will translate pictures for me as well.
Nice.
So I'll be able to translate the memos that go out as well.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay, I'm not going to promote anything because I don't want to. But please just do whatever
Julian Assange.
To free Assange. Yeah. Go hang up some flyers or something tomorrow for me. Take pictures. Seriously. Yep. If you want to make my day, that's all it takes. Go hang up one flyer, take a picture of it, and send it to me, and that will make me very happy. That's all I'm asking. That would be great. Imagine if everybody did that, right? Just one flyer. What good could that do? I know it doesn't sound like a lot because it's just one flyer, but really that could make a difference. And we need all the help we can get, frankly. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry I don't have better news for you. Sorry that I've been rage-filled ranting all day long. But that's just the name of the game. So I'll probably be ranting more next week. That's just, my existence right now. So do whatever you can for Assange. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll be the vigil. I will say the vigil will be on Wednesday as normal. This was just an emergency broadcast, really just so I can rant some more. But also to let you guys know like exactly what's going on and all that good stuff. So we will be back Wednesday, 9 p.m. So tune in for that. And that's all I have for you. Bye everybody. Love you. I love you.